Rightio then, let's see about making a breather to cover up that hole in the side of the block there. Right, so we'll start off with a bit of 6mm plate and about 80 by 80 to get us started. 80mm that is. So I made a paper template of the hole, basically just put masking tape over it. Let me see that, there we go. And just mark out the centres of my holes roughly, and hopefully we'll get these somewhere thereabouts. I usually struggle with this, so we'll see how we get on. Okay, let's see if I can find some more size appropriate bolts like that one. Right, I'm going to have to order some bolts and I'll cut these down. Right, 2 fit. Oh, we're close. Right, if I open them all out to 7, I think we'll be alright. I'll go and do that. Ah, lovely, that'll do us. Okay, now you'll notice it's a bit wonky. I'm not overly concerned about that. Maybe I'll trim that up later. The next thing you want now is to cut out a hole in the centre and work out what we're going to do. I need to bring it sort of around here somewhere, so we can come up possibly around the back of there to pick up our breather over here and have a breather over there somewhere. So, and I could probably do that with a bit of copper pipe. That way we're avoiding the exhaust and we're avoiding having hose pipe in around there where we're near heat. So I brought it around here with a bit of copper and brought it out the back here and then into a fitting into that. Okay, so the idea is plate on there which we will fit down with a gasket and some gasket sealant, and a fitting to come out from the centre there which we'll open that out to suit, and then a copper pipe running around the back. So we'll come around the back of the engine here somewhere and pick up. We can then bring 2 hoses from there into some catch tank effort, depending on what space we got for one. Right, okay, so bit of copper bent up, bit of old scabby old copper I had in the garage. Just clean that up and paint it. But you notice it's bent with a bit of a funny kick on it rather than bent plumb. But that's because the engine kicks out. So hopefully that fed around the back there, and down there we will point in that direction, and that looks promising to me. Okay, so slight plan revision. My plan was to tap a half-inch fitting into that, but I don't have a drill bit. I need an 18.5 drill bit for that, and I don't have 15 is the biggest drill bit I got. But I do have a bit of 15mm steel tube, which I could weld into that and then pick that up like so with a compression fitting to take us around there, because you couldn't do this all in one piece anyway, because you won't be able to get it on and off. But I think that would work. So it's just deciding how far out we want that to come, because you want enough of a tail this side, and we also don't want to interfere with the exhaust. But I think we're okay. I think if I'll weld that on there next from the back side, so it's nice and neat on this side, and then see where we're going. All right, so that is now beveled out nicely. You can get a bit of weld on that, no problem. Yeah, that should do us nicely. Let's go stick that on the car and mark up where we want to put the tube to. Something like that. So, compression elbow, plumbing fitting, because I'm used to plumbing. It'll fit on nicely onto there, he says. And get the there you go, and that'll tighten nicely onto there. So let's get that into place. Just going to put this on loose for now and see where we're at compared to the exhaust pipe. Right, let's see if the exhaust manifold fits. Lovely. Yeah, that works a treat. So this is looking good. Now before I connect this up, tighten this one up, what I want to do is a little trick I've learned from years ago. Right, so if we run a compression fitting up on here and squeeze down that compression ring there, which some people call an olive, but it's not an olive, it's a compression ring, and leave it there. That gives us a what would you call this? Is it like a swage on the end of the pipe, so you can put your hose on and the pipe won't come off. Oh, how much sense that made. There we go. I'm using my favourite Chinesium Spaniards. You can tighten that up. Just compress it onto the copper. And pull the ring, the nut all the way back, and hey presto, we got somewhere where we can put hose over to and clamp to it. And now we can connect it to our fitting down there properly. If I can find the compression fitting below there it is. Yeah, so that's now connected nice and tight under there. We can plonk that into there like so. It says, there we go. And there we have our block breather arrangement. Nice and simple, not particularly pretty, but it does the job. So we've got a tube coming out of there now ready to pick up something along with that. That again, late today's problem. That's all I wanted to go with that today. Lovely bit of paint on that, a little gasket, and happy days. Lovely jubbly, there we go, all on, roughly painted up. It's all going to be out of sight anyway. So that brings breather hose up around the back of the engine and sticking out just there. So we can do something with that at a later date. There we go, exhaust roughly put back on, so we're avoiding everything. So happy days. And you can see now I didn't put too much worry about making aesthetically pleasing because you just can't see it. I've also made myself a dipstick tube. I didn't bother filming that because I thought it was going to come out rubbish, but as it happens I'm quite pleased with it, so I should have filmed that. but it's simple enough. A bit of brazing rod goes down, just dips into the oil. Doesn't give you a fantastic reading because of course most of the oil is in the fled sump part of it at the back, but with the engine at standstill, I've made it so if there's just a tad of oil sitting in there, which of course when the engine is running that'll all disappear into the main sump because it'll go up into oil galleries, but at standstill at least you can check if there is oil in the engine by just checking to see if there's a little bit on the end of the dipstick, and that's enough for what I need to be doing. Righto, all back together. That's a job I've been dreading finishing off, but just got on with it. All wrapped up and back together. Hopefully that's now the manifold fitted for good.